Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. I'm Kevin Shea, joined alongside by the head coach of the Lady Crusaders, Bill Gibbons. And Coach, tough stretch recently for the Lady Crusaders, 1-3. The win over American, tough loss to Lehigh, tough loss to Navy, and then losing down in West Point to Army. But looking at the close ones, looking at the Lehigh game and looking at the Navy game, two games I'm sure that you replay a lot in your head because you had the lead late in the fourth quarter in both games.
Yeah, they were both tough ones, Kev. The Lehigh game, we kind of went with the four guards in the fourth quarter, and it brought us from 11 down to, I think, 3 up, and we just didn't get a couple stops and missed a couple buckets late. So that was a heartbreaker. We came back and lost to Army at Army, and we tried to play Monado, box and one, and the other guys hit shots, and they had a great shooting night. So I'm confident it will be different here, and we can get Army in the Hart Center, and then came back with a win against American, and then a heartbreaking loss to Navy where we had the lead, and again just didn't make plays down the stretch. But I'm still confident in this team. We're still tweaking different lineups for different games, and I've talked with our staff about going into games with a certain game plan and a certain how much we're going to use the four-guard lineup. Now, Colgate is going to be more of a conventional lineup, and if we need it in the last quarter, we'll go to it. But I think it will get us more solid, I guess is the word, and more less helter-skelter when we get the four guards, which we haven't played all year.
Right. Now, looking at those two games, too, where you're saying about you have the lead late and miss a couple shots late, is there a way to try to simulate those game situations in practice, or is it one of those things that, listen, that comes from experience, it comes from players being in that position, and then players saying, okay, I want the ball in that situation, and having that self-confidence?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kev. Making winning plays, I guess, is what you're saying. But we have good male practice players. You saw them today after our practice, and they're great guys. So we will do end-of-game situations. Excuse me. The tough thing to kind of, if you had a crystal ball, are we going to be playing the four-guard lineup?
Right.
Or are we going to be playing a conventional lineup? So that's what we've decided as a staff. We've got to have certain plays we're going to run if we get the four guards in.
Right.
And then other certain plays if we're going to have the conventional lineup. But a lot of times what the bugaboo is, teams have trouble matching up with us with the four-guard lineup, but then we really can't play them man-to-man because one of our guards would have to guard one of theirs forward. So it was like hockey, and I could shift someone in on the fly.
Roll them over the boards.
That's right. Roll them over the boards would be different, but unfortunately it isn't. But that's why you have coaches to watch film and do that. So I'm confident we'll get better in that, but we have to, because every game down the stretch is going to be nip and tuck.
Now, it seems to me, too, looking at the box scores of each and every game, it seems like you're always going to the line a lot less than your opponent. It seems like, okay, the opponent was, 13 of 19 from the line, and Holy Cross was 5 of 8. And I'm looking at that and saying, wow, that's a big disparity. Why is that? Is that because you're playing more guards, and then the shots tend to come from the outside, maybe, as opposed to driving or feeding it down low to a big player?
Well, the other thing is we don't have Raquel Scott, who went about 10 or 12 times a game. So now add 10 or 12. And that's no offense to the other guys, but it's just the way it is. Like you said, we're playing four guards because that's our best offensive lineup.
Right.
But we become more of a jump shooting team rather than a driving team. But Raquel missing, really hurts us. Molly is getting to the line, but it used to be Raquel 10 or 12 times a game. So, but that's a good point. We have to be a little more aggressive, and maybe the guards have to take the ball to the basket late. Although in the Lehigh game, Lisa took it late, and Infinity took it late and missed layups where they might have got fouled, and you don't get those calls on the road as much as you'd get them into Hart.
Right. Now, looking at we'll get, actually, I guess we can talk about Molly Horrigan first, because you were talking about Raquel Scott and kind of picking up for Raquel Scott. And Molly Horrigan with another double-double over the weekend in the loss to Navy, but she is someone who certainly has elevated her game this year, both in the rebounding. Obviously, defensively, she was always very strong with the blocks, but scoring and rebounding, you look at it almost, close to that double-double every game. And this was her 5th double-double of her career, but still, always hovering around that mark.
Yeah, I can't say enough about what she's done. And she had a knee injection the other day. Her knees are, She reminds me of Brittany Carlett. She's just getting, she probably got 10 or 12 games left on her knees, and she hasn't complained. But we are playing her too many minutes, and Miranda, the freshman, is coming along. Amy Hasenauer, who we'll meet later in the show, is coming back from a shoulder. So we're now going to be deeper at the 5. I've got to get her a little more rest so I don't, wear her out. And the same thing with the guards. I looked the other day. I thought we got fatigued at Navy, and I learned a valuable lesson that we have to play more guys early. Yep. So now, even those guys are playing 31, 32 minutes rather than 37, 38. Even that 6 minutes, Kev, is a big difference, as you know, for down the stretch. Yeah,
we're going to get into that a little bit more, too, after this break, and we'll be back with plenty more of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn, right after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Established in 1939, Standard Auto is a name that you can trust. With over 40 acres of early and late model parts, Standard Auto has what you need. Bring us your worn out or used cars. Call us last for the best prices. Standard Auto, 257 Granite Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Curtain Graphics, Southbridge Street in downtown Worcester.
Mark Bernier is your Worcester area Edward Jones financial advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, college, or protecting your financial future, give Mark a call at 508-755-1213.
It all starts with a touch. The smallest thing that sets her heart in motion. The rhythm of love, the only jewelry powered by her heartbeat.
Visit us at the West Boylston DQ Chill and Grill on Route 12, right off of I-190 Exit 4. Visit us online at dqcakes.com. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back, and everyone picking up on that thought, Coach, we just had about trying to juggle lineups and resting people. And you and I talked about Greg Popovich, the coach for the San Antonio Spurs. He'll rest veterans for he won't play them for certain games even but it is a juggling act no matter what level you're at, because you want your players to be fresh and you want them to be fresh come crunch time. But obviously they're starters for a reason, so there's that give and take. Okay, we're up by 5. If I empty the bench in 2 minutes, are we going to be even? There is that. But as you said, it's almost like, are you looking at winning a battle or are you looking at winning the war? You're looking long term.
I had a good talk with Billy, my son. We really had a good talk about this. And he said, Dad, you might lose some games, but you might have to do that in order to get better. And I said, what do you mean? He says, you got to get those young guys some more minutes and more experience because now they're going to be better down the stretch in the 3 games in March that we talk about. Plus, the other guys are not going to be as worn out. So, the NBA is a long season. This is a long season too, but I don't think I have to sit Katie Doherty and Lisa in infinity out of games. But if I give them 6 less minutes a game, and I think that's Billy's point, they'll be better down the stretch. Plus, the other guys that are playing that 6 or 7 extra minutes will be better for those 3 games in March. And he keeps reminding me that's what it's going to come down to. And we've talked about that. The last time we hung a banner, we lost our best player, Laura Aloisi, and her backup. And we lost 6 in a row, but we kept getting better, and we played our 3 games in March. And I would love that to be deja vu all over again this year.
Getting that self-confidence. When we talk about that sophomore class, and you mentioned 2 of the 3 in terms of sitting them in Infinity Thomas-Wahid, Katie Doherty, and Trisha Byrne. You put in that group. What a great nucleus. I mean, you talk about 3 sophomores. Katie Doherty started every single game of her career. Infinity's been just an unbelievable stud
Byrne
for
has
you.
Been playing lights
and Trisha Byrne, is your
great.
Scott Wedman, whether she's starting
coming
or coming off the bench.
Right.
How valuable are those 3 players for you, and how impressed are you that they're just sophomores and they have a leadership role on this team? They all seem to want the ball in clutch situations. They don't shy away from the spotlight.
Right, yeah. That's someone saw us play at BC. Oh, it was a BC game because Lisa was out and Rocky was out. So we didn't have Lisa. So we started the 3 sophomores, and they played the majority of the game. And I think it was Joe Maney, and he said, boy, I love those 3 sophomore guards. And I think they are getting better, and it's a great nucleus to build on. But I don't want to wait till next year. I want them to step up this year, and we got Lisa and KG, 2 seniors to go along with them. And I just think in the front court now with Miranda playing better and Maggie Locke getting healthy at the 4 spot, and Amy Hasenauer getting healthy at she can play either the 4 or the 5. That's where we need a little more depth, and I'm confident that those kids can give it to us. Maddie Ganza missed the Navy game with an ankle, but she's better and back. So I think we'll have that depth in both areas.
In terms of Amy Hasenauer, where she has been battling injuries, really her whole career too, but again this year, bringing her back, what are the challenges as a coach, especially in this kind of a stretch where you look and you say, okay, we were 1-3 over our last 4 games. I know she can be a big difference maker for us, and I'm sure the tendency is to say, you're back, go, play 15 minutes a night for us.
Yeah, well, you know what it was today? We put the Tom Brady shirt on her. We put a different color. Alicia, our trainer, said, Coach, you're going to have to do that because she's got to get reps in order to play, but she can't hurt that shoulder. And we got 6'5", 250-pound guys playing. So I told the guys, I said, hey, play hard, but she's got the shirt on for a reason. She's the quarterback that we can't. So that's one way we do it. And then to limit her minutes, and just if she gets dinged in that shoulder and it comes out again, she's gone. And any other year, had we not lost Raquel, she would be redshirting, and she would have surgery. So Amy's kind of taken one for the team because we know we're going to need her. Even if it's 10 minutes a game or 15 minutes a game, we're going to need her, and we're going to have to handle that with kid gloves. So she's really a great kid, and she's taken one for the team, and I'm confident down the stretch here she's going to give us some big minutes. We play Colgate. We just watched the Colgate film there. She had 8 rebounds and 6 points in like 15, 20 minutes there. So we don't win that game without her.
And I was going to say, that's exactly what you need almost each and every night. You talk about talking to your son, Billy, all the time, and I know you're a guy that picks several coaches' brains, and not even just basketball coaches, but you'll talk to a swimming coach or a football coach or a hockey coach. Tell me about, and tell the viewers about that philosophy that you have of talking to several different coaches and coaches that aren't necessarily in the field, so to speak, like football and hockey and stuff.
Yeah, I've got a lot from our hockey coach, David Barat, a lot of good stuff, motivational stuff, and we're texting all the time. Mark Duffner, everyone remember him? When I first was a young coach, I went to Duff to pick his brain and got some great ideas from him. And I think it's great. Chris Bartley over at WPI, of course, who Billy worked for many years. So other coaches in basketball, but as you said, hockey coaches, football coach. I'm not sure on Barry Parento, the swimming coach. He's helped me with my swimming. Courtesy for Barry. Yeah, he helps me that I don't drown in the pool when I'm swimming, but not much with the team. But it's a camaraderie. And if you're not, I watched the game the other night on the plane ride home, and Brian Blaney, I saw Providence in the men's team in the Providence airport, and they were on against Georgetown. And I just watched Ed Cooley in the huddle, and I thought a couple of things were great that he said, and I got them back here. I'll be using those in the huddle, down the stretch in our games.
All right, we're going to take another time out and be back with plenty more of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn, right after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
The Bagel Inn, 785 Main Street, Route 122A in Holden. Open daily at 5:30 a.m.
New Tech Design is a proud supporter of Holy Cross women's basketball. Custom printing, embroidery, promotional items, and more. Visit us online at newtechdesignGroup.com.
Welcome to the Compass Tavern. At the Compass, we offer a delicious menu featuring the best American style and New England dishes made from scratch in our kitchen. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or special celebrations, the Compass Tavern is the place to go.
Before or after the Crusaders hit the court, come on down to Bentley Pub in Auburn, Route 12 near the junction of the Mass Pike. Visit us online at bentleypub.com.
City Trophy, conveniently located at 32 Auburn Street in Auburn. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by the Texas Roadhouse, Lincoln Plaza in Worcester. Call-ahead seating is available at 508-853-7266. The Boynton, 117 Highland Street in Worcester. Visit us online at boyntonrestaurant.com. And by Cafe Espresso, 395 Chandler Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by O'Connor's Restaurant and Bar, 1160 West Boylston Street in Worcester. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with sophomore Shannon Druck. And Shannon, first we'll get into your roots of playing. Your mom played basketball in high school, so growing up, you played a little bit against her.
Yeah.
What was it like, and who has bragging rights in the house?
I definitely have the bragging rights because she's a little shorter than me, and in high school, her claim to fame is that in the newspaper she was called the unsung hero.
Nice.
She wasn't the top scorer, but she was
the unsung hero.
She was,
yeah,
getting job
People
done.
knew who she was.
Exactly.
So because she's shorter than you, would you post her up?
Yeah. Her move is like dribbling all the way back to the basket. I'm like, Mom, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It's an old school move.
Yeah. No.
You're a sophomore this year. What's the biggest difference between freshman year and sophomore year?
I think the biggest difference would be the transition socially and academically, because it is quite the transitional period coming in from a public school to a small liberal arts school. And so it was nice to be able to, know what you're doing with your professors and your classes, and also getting recommendations from the other girls. And socially, it's so nice to be able to have your base of your team when you come in when you're a freshman, but then also freshman year, you're able to make friends that are outside of your team, so you just have a bigger circle.
How important is that, too, to have friends outside of your team? Because you guys spend so much time together.
Yeah, it is really important to have friends outside of basketball because, like you said, we spend so much time together, and it's nice to have friends who aren't thinking about, practice later. They're just like always ready to do something else. So
they're thinking about
exciting.
the voice and
who
got picked on
nice
the voice,
to have your mind on
rather
something.
than we got Lehigh coming up and we got a lift coming up.
It's a nice stress relief.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
You got to do an internship this summer.
Yes.
What was it like, and how much did you learn from it?
It was amazing. I really loved it. It was at my local county parks and rec. And I got to be outside all day. I got to teach kids. That was really exciting. And I just learned a lot about having a boss who isn't a coach, because that was my first job. So I had never had someone before who wasn't looking for things athletically. So that was interesting to have, and different deadlines, not deadlines of making a certain amount of free throws or like a shooting percentage. It was, you have this project and this at the end of the week. So
right, that
was really
is pretty cool. Now, is that something a field you'd like to go into?
Yeah, definitely.
Is now more
love that.
coaching, is it, or working with kids, or like kind of the administrative side?
I think working with kids and the administrative side, because I'm a history major and I would love to do something that's historical but also informing people, and I think I could find somewhere in that realm of,
yeah, with the parks and stuff.
Yes,
so were you
I love
teaching
that.
the kids too, as
Yes,
well, like
yeah.
teaching them a little bit about history? So it wasn't just say
It
playing
wasn't
games
just, yeah,
like
we
a
weren't
kickball
just
or
doing
something
arts
like
and crafts.
that. Yeah,
So it was
yeah,
actually
exactly.
like informing them about the stream life that we had in the park, or just different kinds of programs that were coming up. It was really awesome.
Oh, that's great. So what about ecology, something like that? Do you,
Oh, not science.
okay, no
steering
science.
away from
when you
that
said
realm.
streams, I'm
No,
thinking
no.
maybe you're talking about
Yeah.
telling the kids and stuff about the different life and the plant life and the
Yeah,
animal
we were
life
doing
and
that, but also how like things change over time, and how like as us humans we can affect things, and it was
Right.
just it was
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Really
That's
liked
really
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, Shannon, thanks for joining us, and
Thank
best
you
of
so
luck the
much.
rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's sophomore Shannon Druck. We're back with more right after this.
Visit us at the Commercial Fruit and Garden Outlet. Personalized fruit and gift baskets for the holidays or any occasion. 1050 Southbridge Street on the Worcester-Auburn line. Beautiful to look at, delicious to eat.
Jake's Wayback Burgers, Tobias Boland Way, right off of Route 146 in Worcester. Now accepting Holy Cross meal points.
The Fix Burger Bar. Handmade burgers, elixirs, and shakes for whatever ails you. 166 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
Specializing in wicked awesome bone-in and boneless wings, the Wicked Wing Company, 321 West Boylston Street in Worcester, is your home for the best wings in Worcester. Check out our menu online at wickedwingco.com.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm here with sophomore Amy Hasenauer. And Amy, first just talk about the shoulder injury. And you get hurt during the Assumption game. You know, you work all preseason to get ready for the season. You're right there on the cusp of it, and then you separate your shoulder. How difficult was that? Probably mentally even more than physically.
It was very difficult because it's just very frustrating for it to be the exhibition game, and then the mental and physical, like I think it was 6 weeks of rehab before I could start like playing again.
That's tough.
And then you have to like continue doing rehab throughout to like keep it stronger. And
is it tough to feel like you're part of the team still when you can't play? You know, when you're, I'm sure spending a ton of time with Anthony or Coach Oliver, to do the physical therapy and to do the rehab work, but you're so limited. You're not able to come out and practice with the team, or you're not able to play in the games. How is that?
Well, our teammates are all great about like still everyone feels like they're on the team, but it's just it's frustrating not to be able to play as much, but like in practice, like being like no contact or something, but everyone's good about keeping you involved and included. So
that's good. And you're close to coming back now, coming back now. How do you feel, and how eager are you to get back out there and help the team?
I'm very eager. I'm glad that it's like coming back now.
With the loss of Raquel Scott too, do you feel like almost you have to take a little bit more on you, knowing that that presence down in the post is missing?
I feel like it goes for a lot of people. Like we all just have to fill in our roles better. Like no one's gonna like try to be her, but we're all trying to like step up in what we can do to fill in for that. So.
And we talked about Shannon about doing the internship over the summertime and what she's looking for career-wise maybe. Do you have a major picked out yet? And what are you looking for, even though it's early, post-college?
I'm thinking I might major in psychology, and then I was looking at like some health careers, maybe like OT or something like that. I'm not positive, but just a thought.
Certainly PT,
yeah,
right. You've done a lot with the PT, so the occupational therapy. Growing up in Rochester, New York, how different is that from Worcester, Massachusetts?
Both have tough winters. So,
that's true. You're used to the snow, you're used to the shoveling, although you don't have to shovel in college, but still. You're used to at least the cold and the wind and walking up here. Looking at it from a basketball standpoint, how big is that transition going from high school to college, and especially Division I college?
I know it was tough coming in freshman year, especially because we had like a really big class, so all 5 of us were just kind of like thrown in, but it's tough to adjust like learning the whole new system, but everyone was really good about like helping you out along the way. So.
And when you guys come up for camp too, how much is that? You know, like you're helping out the young campers here, but how much is that a kind of a team bonding exercise too?
It was really fun because coming in freshman year, you don't really know anyone too well, so just getting like your roommate and then like having pick up at night and all that, you get to like meet everyone, get to know everyone better. So.
And right after that, I'm sure you feel a lot more comfortable in
Yeah.
terms of like, okay, these are my teammates, these are my friends. I know, you know, I'm going to be texting with them now before we hit campus. Well, Amy, thanks for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Amy Hasenauer. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
After the game, come on down to Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden. Good food, good friends, good times. Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Chick-fil-A Westboro proudly supports the Crusaders women's basketball program. We would love the opportunity to serve you at our restaurant at 286 Turnpike Road, Westboro. Here's to a great season.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
At Uncle Sam's, we use only the best ingredients available. Our dough is made fresh daily in our kitchen. Our hand-tossed pizza has tomato and basil sauce with just the right amount of spices, topped with our special blend cheese. Our family pizzerias are in the heart of downtown and offer casual dining, pickup, delivery, and our guarantee of delicious food and great service. We look forward to serving you.
It's Meze Greek Tapas Bar and Grill, Worcester's only authentic Greek tapas, 156 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back. Well, we have 4 games coming up. The tail end of it, February the 13th, here at home. It's the pink game. It's your cancer awareness game. Right. Tell us about what's going to go on there and the great effort that your players have made already to raise money and awareness.
Yeah, in the old days, we used to just raise money on that day. Well, this year, the girls started at football games, soccer games, men's and women, going out, hey, we're raising money, play for K, breast cancer awareness for our February 13th game. They've already got over $1,000 already. And then whatever we get, we're wearing pink. As always, we have the McInerney dances in honor of Mary McInerney, who died of breast cancer and was taken home to God, and her family will be here. We'll have hopefully Dean Jackie Peterson, a breast cancer survivor, throw up the honorary jump ball. It's going to be a great day, February 13th, just full of love and awareness for that terrible disease, and we're really looking forward to it. Plus, it's a huge game in the standings because we're battling Lehigh for that 3rd, 4th spot.
And it seems right now that more and more college teams have gotten, certainly over the last 5 years, I mean, it's happened maybe over the last decade, but really over the last 5 years, college teams taking on causes and raising money, raising awareness, and you guys have always done that. Just what does that mean to you to see your players doing it, and how much do you think that helps them in terms of global perspective?
I think it's great, and you talk about that, Brian Riley and Tommy did it, Coaches versus Cancer for the first time, and my dad, who has gone through a lot with cancer and had the surgery throughout the honorary jump ball, and just made them aware. And I think that even high school kids, hey, there is cancer. There's more than basketball out there, and we should be thankful, and we should raise money to fight that terrible disease. I think it's awesome.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us as always, and best of luck these next 4 games.
Thanks. We'll see you down the road.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. We'll see you again real soon.